back, everyone, to another video by Canadian Joker here, and I'm doing another NBA basketball video, and I want to give a talk about one of the more promising NBA players who unfortunately had his career delayed by injuries, and it really took its turn for his career took a turn. It went on the roller coaster ride, really. One of the players that I'm talking about is none other than Jabari Parker, who came into the NBA in 2014. So there's a couple of articles that I'm reading, written by in 2024. One of the articles written on June 4th, 2024, talking about Jabari Parker. The article is written by Afrotech.com on Yahoo Sports. So it says here, after a tumultuous journey, Jabari Parker has garnered a net worth of $20 million. Former Milwaukee Bucks player Jabari Parker has been in the news a lot lately due to his recent tearful video. The video in question seemingly sees the 29-year-old power forward regretting his decision to play overseas after being bounced around from several NBA teams in the last decade or so. While the video is quite heartbreaking, fans should be happy to learn that Parker's financial future is still secure regardless of his next career moves. According to Celebrity Net Worth, Jabari Parker has an estimated net worth of over $20 million. So let's take a moment to examine Jabari Parker's career, current revenue streams, and any public information regarding his investment portfolio. With any luck, the world-renowned star will be able to use his money, influence, and name recognition to enter any career or lifestyle path he wishes. Without any further preamble, let's unpack the life and financial figures of the All-American athlete. Jabari Parker was born in Chicago, Illinois, to a devout Mormon family. His father was a youth basketball coach and a youth foundation director who frequently encouraged his children to get into sports from a young age. This tutelage clearly paid off as Jabari managed to fine-tune his skills by the time he reached the second grade, according to a write-up in Sports Illustrated. Parker was playing against and dominating kids who were 3 years older than him throughout his youth. By the time the rising star reached the 5th grade, he had already earned multiple Division I scholarship offers and made headlines for his powerful local performances. When Jabari Parker made it to high school at Simon Career Academy, he had sprouted to a height of 6 feet and 8 inches, towering over his classmates and continuing his on-court hot streak. He earned numerous accolades and 4 scholarship offers over the course of his scholastic career, and closed out his senior year as the consensus #1 player in the United States, preparing him for the massive success. The All-American athlete then chose to attend Duke University in Durham, North Carolina, where he played with the Blue Devils for only 1 season before declaring himself eligible for the NBA draft. During his time at the college, Parker was given the honor of wearing #1, which previously belonged to Kyrie Irving. Jabari Parker was chosen #2 overall during the 2014 NBA draft by the Milwaukee Bucks, where he continued to renew his contract until 2018. Despite debuting with an incredible series of games, Parker suffered a season-ending injury in December in his first professional career. After tearing his ACL in a game against the Phoenix Suns, Parker was rendered out of commission well into the following season and was only able to return in November of 2015. Despite his long-awaited comeback, the talented up-and-comer struggled to return to form and stumbled throughout the remainder of the season. This unfortunate trend would continue into subsequent seasons, as Jabari tore his ACL yet again during the 2016-2017 season, knocking him out of several games and putting him on a 12-month minimum rehabilitation timeline. While he did manage to land some spectacular scoring stats in his final few games of the season, the Bucks ultimately chose not to renew his contract, allowing Jabari to sign a new deal with the Chicago Bulls in July of 2018. After his post-Bucks NBA career, after raking in $22 million in salary with the Milwaukee Bucks, Jabari Parker inked a $40 million contract with the Chicago Bulls. Jabari's record with the Bulls was solid and saw the NBA star performing throughout the entire season without suffering major injuries. Still, the Bulls traded him after just one season, which would soon come to be a trend in Parker's career. From 2018 to 2022, Jabari Parker was traded to the Washington Wizards, Atlanta Hawks, Sacramento Kings, and Boston Celtics, playing only one season for each team. While he maintained a high-energy presence on the court, most NBA fans agreed that Parker's step was never quite the same after his multiple ACL tears. Despite his faltering legacy, Jabari Parker managed to net a whopping $56.4 million in salary over the course of his NBA career, contributing significantly to his 8-figure net worth. After the NBA, at the end of the 2022 basketball season, Jabari Parker was waived by the Boston Celtics, allowing him to pursue a professional career as a free agent. Unfortunately, Parker's stardom was not what it once was, and the league has moved on to a younger, faster, or more able-bodied power forwards. In a semi-controversial move, Jabari Parker decided to join Europe's EuroLeague as part of FC Barcelona. While the lower-level league still has a high barrier for entry, the overseas move wasn't a part of Jabari Parker's lifelong dream for himself. Still, his one-year contract is estimated to be over $2 million in salary, so it's nothing to sneeze at. When asked by a reporter to provide a statement on his thoughts regarding his first year out of the USA, Jabari Parker began to break down in an emotional response which suggests he's unhappy with his current position. Despite the now viral video, Jabari should have the financial freedom to come home and be part of the world of professional sports without risking any further injuries on the court. With over $20 million in net worth at just 29 years old, this guy is still the limit for the once promising young baller. So there you have it from yahoosports.com, talking about Jabari Parker on just June 4th, 2024. And in this article, in June 5th, 2024, I believe it goes into some of the things that Jabari Parker was talking about in his emotional tear up. So talking about this article, it's written on thesportingnews.com on July 5th, 2024. What happened to Jabari Parker? Fans expressed concern about the former NBA player over a tearful interview. So it says here, an emotional Jabari Parker was moved to tears after his first season outside of the NBA came to an end. Parker, the number 2 overall pick in the 2014 NBA draft, spent the first 8 years of his professional career in the NBA. After being waived by the Celtics in January 2022, he spent the season away from the game before signing with Spanish power FC Barcelona in August 2023. With Jabari Parker, Barcelona posted 25-14 record in the Spanish ACB League and a 24-15 record in the EuroLeague play. Barcelona's season ended in the semifinals of the ACB playoffs, where they were swept by Real Madrid in a now 53-second clip. A speechless Parker could not hold back his emotions as he was asked to give one thought to sum up his first season outside the United States. And it says, talking about the interview, after a 95-92 loss to Real Madrid, Jabari Parker took questions from Gerard Romeo of Gigantes FC. Parker spoke at length about the loss to Real Madrid and reflected on the season as a whole, saying, quote, "I'm very proud of my guys. I'm very proud of them. This year has been a beautiful experience. I made a lot of friends and I've made a legend of myself. I met Mr. Norris. He's Mr. Arnie Norris. He's been helping me out this season because it wasn't easy. And he said, continuing, quote, with his encouragement and his diligence, he helped me maintain my level of head during the year, so I wanted to shout him out. Continuing the article, as he continued to reflect on the season, Parker added, quote, you can't be better, you can't be bitter. The most important thing is everybody's safe, everybody is injury-free, and that's the most important thing. These guys can go home and play with their kids. They get the chance to be healthy, so that's a big thing. That's a win in my book, close quote. Continuing, the final question to Parker is what elicited strong emotions. As Romero said, it was your first experience overseas. Globally, one thought, one statement about this first year outside the United States in terms of basketball and in terms of life. After hearing the question, Jabari Parker could not hold back his tears and offered no answer. Romero asked Jabari Parker if he was okay before cutting the interview short. Later that day, Jabari Parker explained why he had an emotional reaction to the question. He said, quote, they were tears of gratitude. I wasn't sure I'd be able to play again. In Barcelona, I've recovered my love for basketball. That's what Jabari Parker said. Jabari Parker was selected second overall by the Bucks in the 2014 NBA draft. A rash of career-altering injuries derailed his career. Parker suffered a torn ACL 25 games into his rookie season, which held him out through the beginning of his sophomore campaign. He quickly returned to form, averaging 14.1 points per game in year 2, setting up a major leap in year 3. 51 games into Jabari Parker's third NBA season, he again suffered a torn ACL in his left knee. He was averaging 20.1 and 6.2 points per game before going down with an injury. It would be over a year before Parker returned to the NBA floor with the Bucks, who let him enter free agency after his fourth season in the franchise. Since leaving Milwaukee, Jabari Parker has made stops in Chicago, Washington, Atlanta, Sacramento, and Boston before joining FC Barcelona in 2023. Parker continued to display a natural scoring ability, but could not get back to the level of promise he showed during the early stages of his career. Jabari Parker is 29 years old, and he was born on March 15, 1999 in Chicago. So, according to the article, it also shows his stats in the EuroLeague. In the ABC League, he has played 33 games, average 11.5 points per game, 3.1 rebounds per game, 0.8 assists, 0.7 steals, 0.3 blocks. His field goal percentage is 48.6 points per game, three-point percentage is 40.4 points per game, both free throw percentage is 84%. In the EuroLeague, he's played 38 games, and the points per game, he scored 10.6. Rebounds per game, 4.2. Assists per game is 0.7. Steals per game is 0.6. Blocks per game is 0.4. Field goal percentage is 45.7%. Three-point percent is 38.1%, and free throw percentage is 76.7%. So that is the career of Jabari Parker so far. Just wanted to do this video on him because I have just wondered what happened to him and what's been going on with Jabari Parker. And it's great to see that him playing overseas has just reignited his passion and love of the game. He's not playing in the NBA, just like the other NBA players I've covered, Carlos Jones, Wendy and Gabriel. I'm now covering Jabari Parker now. And I remember in 2014 when Jabari Parker came into the league, he and Julius Randle, I believe, were rivals. They were playing in the college basketball scene. And, Jabari Parker and Julius Randle they were seeing as the future of the NBA Jabari Parker played for the Bucks, and I think Julius Randle was playing for it with Kobe and the Lakers. So, they were kind of an interesting duo, and they were up and coming out of the NBA. They were seen as, they were seen as the future, but unfortunately their careers took different turns, and now you see them as they are right now. But it's good to see that Jabari Parker's career he's doing well, despite the fact that, this year was the first year he was outside of the U.S. This is a great thing for him. Sometimes these guys who play in the NBA, they get injured and they aren't able to keep themselves healthy. Maybe if it's good for them to go outside of the NBA and play overseas international market, because they have more opportunities available to them, and they could really have more success overseas. I believe Dominic Wilkins played overseas and he had played for the teams in the NBA, but then he decided to go play in Greece, and he won a championship in Greece. So that kind of goes to show that despite the fact that players may not find success as they do, like Derrick Rose, he was playing in the NBA for 16 years. He never actually won an NBA championship, but he has achieved a lot of success, and he's going into the NBA Hall of Fame, that's for sure. And that's a wonderful thing. But the ultimate goal of a basketball player is to win a championship. But even though Derrick Rose never won an NBA championship, he's definitely going to get his jersey retired. He's going into the NBA Hall of Fame. He still has achieved a lot of things that most players have not achieved, and not everybody makes it to the top, and some people that just some people don't make it, and that's unfortunate, but that's the way the world works, and that's the reality of the world we live in, and that's the same thing in life. There's always going to be someone better and faster, stronger. So just wanted to give you guys this little nugget talking about Jabari Parker and how he's doing in the ACB League. So check him out, playing in the ACB League and in the EuroLeague. So it's kind of interesting. I find it really interesting that these are NBA players who are not able to find the success that they find in the NBA, but they go outside of it and they find a success, and they're successful. Also, just like Stephon Marbury as well, another player played in the Chinese Basketball League, and he achieved success. So just wanted to point this out, guys, and give you guys this follow-up, this info on Jabari Parker. So thank you guys for listening, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Talk to you later in the next one.